De retour sur les ondes de Musique Plus, le grand moment est finalement arrivé. J'ai deux des membres de Orgy avec moi. Il y a Jay et Amir qui sont ici. Hi guys, how are you?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You just got here on time.
Barely.
Barely. I
Yeah.
know, famous Canadian border. And this is the second time in Montreal that you.
Yeah.
Last time you were here for Family Values tour. And what's really cool is that most bands have to tour incessantly before they build up a loyal fan base and stuff. You guys were introduced to the audiences thanks to the Family Values tour. So
Definitely.
you've been on the road ever since with Love and Rockets and Sugar Ray. And this time around, I guess it's very different for you because you're headlining your own tour.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah?
So a little more accommodating, I guess, in our situation.
Needs, I guess,
Yeah, so do you feel like the audience is definitely more in tune with what you're doing musically?
They are.
Yeah?
Than when they first saw us out with Korn and the Family Values thing and everything. So they're finally tuning into what we're actually about. So it's good.
Yeah, good. Let's talk a little bit about what you're actually about musically. This first album, Candy Ass, from the band. It's kind of a hybrid of so many different things going on here. There's
A lot of different styles.
a lot of different styles.
That's why we call it Orgy.
Yeah.
That's why you called your band Orgy.
That's where we got the name from. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's just a big orgy of
So people
musical
can't
styles.
get it confused with sexuexual meaning or anything.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to need to translate that for French viewers, and then we're going to come back and talk about that a little bit. Alors, vous savez que le groupe est sur la route depuis déjà très longtemps. Ils ont été sur la route, évidemment, avec la tournée Family Values, mais également avec le groupe Love and Rockets et Sugar Ray. Et maintenant, c'est pour la première fois qu'on les retrouve sur leur propre tournée. Je leur dis, ça doit être un petit peu quand même différent pour vous. C'est plus facile, hein, évidemment, c'est plus facile pour le groupe. Et les fans qui sont là au spectacle sont très heureux, en fait, de voir que musicalement, là, les fans c'est vraiment juste des fans de Orgy qui sont là, évidemment, parce que c'est la tournée du groupe. On a parlé un petit peu de l'album, on va en continuer d'ailleurs dans quelques instants. Un album sur lequel on retrouve un mélange de plein de sons, et le groupe, en fait, m'a presque coupé la parole et m'a dit oui, un mélange de plein de sons, parce qu'en fait, c'est pour ça que notre groupe s'appelle Orgy. C'est pas, il n'y a pas de connotation sexuelle ici, c'est seulement parce que c'est une orgie, en fait, de musique et plein d'influences qui arrivent. Donc, on this album, there's yeah, I know. This is how we speak here, How fast was that? Yeah, this is Montreal, typical for you. We go from French to English within like half a
Very
second.
good, but,
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. I love it.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff here: new wave, metal, industrial. There's goth. People have called it alternative music.
It's everything we're all about,
Yeah.
since growing
Everything
up.
we like.
It's like, we wanted to do everything that we like. I'm sure most musicians, attempt to do that. Instead of what's happening now, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, but tell me a bit about
future.
I was curious to ask you about the actual meaning of alternative music in 1999, the coming of the millennium. What does it
You're
mean
asking the
for
wrong
you?
person, because
Really?
I don't know what alternative means anymore. It's
Okay.
like it's gone so many different ways.
Yeah, I think that term
they group you with
yeah.
Matchbox 20 and whatever, and it's like I don't get it.
But you've described your style as death pop. Is this just a word that you threw in like
somebody
that?
said that one day.
Because I've been
and
reading all these interviews, and the word
They love
keeps
to
coming
catch
back
on to
and
that.
back. Yeah. It doesn't really mean anything.
It's just black and white, you know what I mean? That's why it was used. It was just to say that we can go here and we can go here or anywhere in between.
Right, and it doesn't really clarify any of the synthetic sounds. Death pop is kind of like what this is
Sounds
like pop
Slayer
songs.
meets
Yeah,
Bon
Slayer.
Jovi or something.
Slayer meets Barry Manilow. Yeah.
Okay, so let me just try and translate that. Alors évidemment, on parle du fait que sur l'album, on retrouve plein de sons différents. On a de la musique industrielle, influence gothique, du métal aussi, des sons new wave, et ce sont tous des genres de musique que le groupe aime, que les différents membres du groupe écoutent régulièrement. Alors ils ont vraiment un style de musique assez large, et je leur dis, en fait, on décrit ça comme de la musique alternative, mais qu'est-ce que ça veut dire aujourd'hui, en 1999, la musique alternative? Et il y a Jay qui me dit, tu demandes pas à la bonne personne, j'en ai aucune idée. Il y a des bandes comme Sugar Ray qu'on décrit comme alternatif, et il y a des bandes comme nous. Alors ça devient l'alternative, vraiment, je pense que c'est un mot très général, et il n'est pas vraiment capable de me donner une description. J'avoue que c'est quand même assez difficile, mais le groupe a décrit sa musique comme du death pop. Je lui dis, qu'est-ce que c'est exactement le death pop? Il dit, c'est un mot qu'on l'a lancé comme ça dans une entrevue. Ça veut pas vraiment rien dire, on a inventé ça comme ça pour le fun. Alors death pop, un mot inventé comme ça par le groupe. We're going to go see the second excerpt off your... you always surprise when I go from French to English.
We're going to check your translations later.
Yeah. Second excerpt off your album. This is Stitches. Futuristic video, minimalistic. Pretty cool. Let's look at that. We'll be right back. Deuxième extrait de l'album Stitches, MZ+. Orgy est en spectacle ce soir au Spectrum. J'ai deux des membres du groupe avec moi, Jay and Amir. We're back now. In a few minutes, we're going to go see the first excerpt off your album, the Blue Monday classic song by New Order. Now, I realized that a lot of bands, a lot of modern bands have been influenced by the 80s, but, you know, one way or another. It's definitely the case for you guys, because not just that song, but there's a lot of 80s influences on the album. So. I'm assuming you like that period, obviously.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So what makes it so memorable?
I was really into it. Yeah, everybody hated it, but I mean, I think what Amir and I have always loved about it was it was really like they were like the most futuristic out of that whole era. You know,
yeah,
like,
the 80s were looking at the future.
When synthesizers got introduced, they were really like headed, and you know, and then people were like, no, this is not quite refined yet. So, and I doubt it'll ever be, but you know.
Yeah.
It's not about that. I think just the whole synthesizer thing is the coolest.
Okay,
you know?
and
that's what was great about it to me. And like
another reason why we like all the drum and bass music of now, you know,
of now, because it's very futuristic.
So, yeah,
totally.
Exactly.
Did you know that? Yeah, definitely.
It's the best.
Did you know that Bernard Sumner from New Order said that he really liked the song, your version of it? Yeah, he did.
That's the first I've ever heard that.
I heard just the opposite.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
oh well, no, I read that he liked it. But then again, you know, you can't believe what you read. But I'm telling you, and I guess it's
that's cool.
It's a pretty cool thing. You've been known to play a version of Dead or Alive on your live show.
Right.
You Spin Me Around, which is a classic 80s song. I love it. It's one of my favorites. So, do you have any surprises like that for us tonight?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Should
Possibly.
come down and check it out.
Okay, so let me just translate that once again for French viewers. Alors, le groupe est évidemment très influencé des années 80 et il y a beaucoup de groupes contemporains qui s'influencent énormément des années 80. Donc, justement, sur leur album, premier extrait de l'album, c'est une pièce de New Order, Blue Monday. Le groupe ne savait pas que Bernard Sumner a déclaré, en fait, en entrevue, qu'il aimait bien la version du groupe, la version de Blue Monday du groupe. Et ils aiment évidemment les années 80 parce que dans les années 80, on voyait le futur, alors synthétiseur et tout ça. C'est la première fois qu'on travaille avec des trucs électroniques et le groupe aime beaucoup ça. We have a little time left, just a little bit of time left. I have to comment on the makeup because I was just curious to know, just curiosity. How long of prep time does it take you guys before you go on stage? Are you like a...
Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Anywhere from 20 minutes to like an hour and a half, depending on what kind of mood I'm in.
And you do your own makeup?
Yeah.
You do? Oh, good. All right. Alors, le groupe est en spectacle encore une fois ce soir. Je leur demande juste comme ça, par curiosité, ça vous prend combien de temps vous préparez là, pour le maquillage? Parce que là, ils sont un petit peu maquillés, mais habituellement, là, c'est vraiment le gros maquillage. Ils m'ont dit, ça dépend comment on se sent, de 20 minutes à 1 heure. Allez les voir ce soir en spectacle au Métropolis. Thank you so much for coming down. It was great to meet you. On se laisse en vidéoclip. Thanks Amir, thanks Jay, avec Blue Monday, The Orgy à Musique+.